The Sudan-Ethiopia border, the last leg in the journey to safety. In the first weeks of the conflict, thousands of refugees from Ethiopia's Tيغراي region crossed daily. Now the figures are dwindling day by day. Those that do make it here come bearing scars and testimony. This is Tيغراي. He says he fled the city of Shararo, near the Ethiopia-Eritrea border. He says the Eritrean soldiers beat them with machine guns, lay them on the ground and put weapons in their mouths. He says if you showed fear, they would kill you. But if you were brave, you escaped with your life and the scars on your back. This young man is also from Shararo, and he described the same scene, but asked that we not share his name. Like many here, he's still afraid. It's very hard to know what is happening in Ethiopia's Tيغراي region because the government has enforced a communications blackout. A CNN team at the Sudan-Ethiopia border spent days gathering testimony from refugees who say they were targeted because of their Tيغراي ethnicity. They're taking dangerous risks to find safety. Fayuri arrived in Sudan with a newborn. Heavily pregnant when Amehrة was attacked by the Ethiopian army, Fayuri fled through back routes, giving birth in a field. She tells us only she and her mother-in-law made it to safety. We can't independently verify their accounts, but they all tell a similar story. The Ethiopian army enters the town, they say, tells civilians they're safe. Ethiopian soldiers leave, and then other armed groups arrive. Huyit fled Amehrة, not too far from the Sudanese border. He says the Fano militia opened fire, and people started to flee. He was hit in the leg with a bullet and fell on the ground. His body mingled with that from other bodies that were piled on top of him, and the militiamen threw him in a stream, left him for dead. The Fano are an ethnic Amhara militia allied with Ethiopian forces. Huyit said he was saved by other Tيغراي refugees who found him and helped him flee to Sudan. Abrahele is 21. He also says he was left for dead by the Fano. He shows us the bandage wound where he says he was attacked with an axe. A spokeswoman for the Ethiopian Prime Minister denies these claims and told CNN these refugees' testimonies are a result of the fear of the other propaganda the Tيغراي leadership had fed its people over the past 3 decades. The spokeswoman denied the existence of the Fano Amhara militia, but simultaneously, confusingly, acknowledges the militia of the Amhara region were engaged to the extent of securing border towns between the 2 regions. Sudan is struggling economically post the ouster of former dictator Omar al-Bashir, and this influx of refugees has found little comfort on this side of the border. But at least it's somewhere safe. Nirmal Bagher, CNN, London.